everyone, this is Mitalee, Public Relation Officer at IIT Hyderabad and your host and host for the IITH Hum. And as we are progressing very nicely, thanks to all your supports and viewership on the YouTube, we are now coming up with the 5th episode of our season 1 hashtag Eliminate ID. And today we have again a variety with us. So far we have discussed entrepreneurship, startup, industry, labs and all. And today we are here with our background is academics. Today we are having with us Dr. Appina Balasubramanyam, who is one of the LME Award of 2022 in the category of Academics and Technology Excellence. Currently, Dr. Appina is working as assistant professor in the Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT Indore. And as he allowed me to pronounce him as Balu, so we will proceed and ask Balu, please introduce yourself.
Namaskar. Namaskar. So my name is Dr. Balasubramanyam, and currently I'm working as an assistant professor at IIT Indore. And before joining to this position, around 2 years, 10 months, I worked as an assistant professor at IITM Kanchipuram. And prior to that, I worked as a kind of a brief duration. I worked as postdoctoral fellow at IIT Madras. And before that, I had some kind of short duration industrial experience at United Systems Private Limited. I have completed, when it comes to the educational background, I have completed my MTech and PhD at IIT Hyderabad in 2015 and 2019 in Electrical Engineering Department under the supervision of Professor Sumohana S. Channapaya. And my research interests are in the domain of psychovisual analysis and image and video processing, multimedia quality assessment, and statistical analysis. I did my undergraduation, my BTech from Adi Shankara Institute of Technology, Gudur in 2008. And my schooling and the other things will happen in at Venkatagiri, Andhra Pradesh Residential School, Venkatagiri. So
this is all about your full academic or in between the academic journey and industry journey of yours. So what brought you IIT Hyderabad maybe in year 2011 or so, when it was in a very formative years?
Yes. So first thing was I got around 750 GATE rank in 2013. 2012 or 2013 GATE exam. So similar to IIT Hyderabad, I have tried across all IITs in India to get kind of thing. So it was like a kind of one surprising thing was happened before joining IIT Hyderabad. Before joining into IIT Hyderabad, I got my MTech admission from NIT Warangal in VLSI domain. I was about to join in NIT Warangal. Even I have booked my train ticket from Gudur to Warangal to reach the place. But that time, my hometown is a kind of village. We don't have internet. So IIT Hyderabad has sent offer letter to me to join in MTech. But I could not able to see my email. I could not able to find whether I got the admission or kind of. I don't know, maybe Professor Soumya Jana, Professor Sivaram Krishna Vanjari, he called me to my mobile that I got an admission at IIT Hyderabad in MTech under the specialization of communication signal processing. He asked me, are you willing to join in IIT Hyderabad or not? Until that point, I don't know that I got in IIT Hyderabad. So I told him that I am very interested. Then immediately I ran to that internet cafe. Then I sent an email that I'm very happy to accept that offer from IIT Hyderabad to join an MTech program kind of thing. And the most key thing to join in IIT Hyderabad is it is growing IIT. So obviously the professors or the faculty, whomever are there, under the pillars of IIT Hyderabad, they are very aggressive in making your things. Along with me, 13 people were joined in MTech admission in CSP domain, communication signal processing. So we all are working hard in putting the things in a proper way, to learn the things and to enhance our skills. And that's how I entered into IIT Hyderabad. But once I joined in IIT Hyderabad, it was like digital signal processing class where I met my advisor, Professor Sumohana Channapaya. And after the class with my friends, I was in canteen. He also came to canteen to have a tea. So he asked me, what is your name? He saw me in the class, then he asked me, what is your name? I told him that my name is Balasubramanyam. He said, fine. Then for the detection and estimation theory course, I have to do a kind of course project. So for that, we have to approach different faculties in electrical engineering department to finalize who can be the advisor to do that course project. So since up to that point, I only met Professor Mohana Channapaya. Then and I met sir in his office. Then I asked him, "Can you please advise me for the course project?" He agreed. Then later he emailed me that, "Are you willing to do only course project, or willing to do some, MTech second year project, MTech final year project?" I told him that I can do my MTech project under his guidance, kind of. He accepted. Then even the surprising thing is, once he accepted, I met him. He invited me. He asked me to come to that. These lab talks will be there. These group meetings usually happen in that L4V lab. So in the first meeting, he asked me what you like to be. Then I told him that I want to do my PhD. I don't know whether it is conscious or unconscious, came to my mouth. Then that day onwards, his guidance, the way he is guiding me is completely different. He advised me to do reading that article, this article. And although the lab seniors, Dr. Manasa, she's the first PhD from the L4V lab. And Dr. Samiullah Khan, Dr. Nagabhushan, and Dr. Manasupriya, and Dr. Francis and Dr. Satya, these people have helped me in gaining the more skills, how to read an article, how to write a code in effective manner, and kind of. That's how I entered my MTech and I continued my PhD in IIT Hyderabad. And there is one more point, that in doing my PhD, I have seen many profiles, many process profiles in India. Once I entered into that lab of L4V, our lab motivation behind to that lab is, the key line of our lab is doing that multimedia quality assessment in 2D and 3D, and even VR domain they were doing. I got some interest when I was doing my MTech second year, kind of thing. Then I asked my advisor, "Is it possible to do a PhD under your guidance?" And even he advised me that, "Why can't you go to abroad?" Under his advisor, Professor Alan Berg, he is one of the tycoon in that multimedia pioneer engineer and one of the greatest person in image and video processing domain. I told him that I'm very much interested, and I'm having very good not rapport, kind of, very good interaction, very good mindset synchronization is happened. I told him that I'm very interested to do under your guidance. He has given a great opportunity to me. Then I did. I have completed my PhD. That is the journey of my IIT Hyderabad. It was.
So as we were discussing in the beginning that it will be all under the be curious kind of a thing. So which
Yeah.
element exactly made you curious, and you, instead of spending only 2 years at IT Hyderabad, you ended up, if I'm not wrong, kind of a 7 years at IT Hyderabad. So what was that
Around,
particular
yeah, yeah.
factor?
Yes, yes. It was, I can say the greatest time in my now, in till my now, till now in my life. I can say the most important time in my life I have spent at IIT Hyderabad from 2013, July 31st to the thesis I have submitted on June 21st, 2018. I remember that date. So that day I have completed my open collection. After 2 days I left from IIT Hyderabad. Then again I came to IIT Hyderabad for some reasons. So that is the duration. So for any kind of person, other than research, academics, and skills, whatever we can say academic things, the more important thing, how a person is treating you. Maybe I met only Sumona sir at first in the IIT Hyderabad. Maybe he was treating me in a well. I felt more comfortable and adjust, kind of thing. And also I had very good interest in doing that research in multimedia quality assessment. That has been motivated me continuing from, a kind of second year of my MTech to, which is like 2014 to 2018, June, kind of. That's still, I'm completely blessed to have a kind of advisor like Professor Mohana Channapaya.
So is the multimedia is your like favorite subject at IT Hyderabad?
Yeah, yeah. My favorite subjects are
Or
probability and random
something
processing.
in depth, something in like multimedia might be a vast subject, but in between multimedia, anything specific you liked?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My favorite subjects are probability and random process, digital signal processing, and image and video processing. In multimedia quality assessment, the major, I like the most one is psycho-visual analysis. Usually multimedia is combination of two. The quality assessment is a part of two types. One is like we have to find out how the people is seeing some kind of multimedia content, and the second one is we have to write some kind of algorithms to find out the quality of a given content. So we can easily find some kind of codes. We can easily write some kind of codes. We can extract some features from the multimedia content. We can do. But the major important thing is psychovisual analysis. We term that is psychovisual analysis. There, the humans will see that multimedia content. They'll give rate based on their feel after watching the content. I was so surprised that because we used to involve around 25 to 30 subjects, 30 students of IIT Hyderabad in doing the different kinds of subjective studies. I used to observe that what actually they are perceiving, how their brain is thinking in getting that information from that, on what basis they are giving some kind of rating, some kind of future, some kind of scores on how they are thinking. That has been uh, is my something like most interested topic in multimedia quality.
So we talked about all your interests. Any particular subject you didn't like? Sometimes it happens to us that something doesn't
Yeah,
get into
yeah,
our
yeah.
head.
Yes, computer
Any
networks. Yeah, computer networks one subject was there in my MTech.
so
I
any
mean,
reason
I
behind?
that I don't know, madam. I didn't like that subject much, so maybe I could not able to get. I mean, the professor was very good, Professor Kotaro Kotaka from Computer Science Department. He's one of the best professor in Computer Science Department. He thought very well, but I could not able to get that one. I don't know. That's how it
Just
happened.
sort of exploring. It happens to though people say that those. I'm also an MPC person. I've done my engineering in electronics and communication, and then I'm taking
Okay.
digital communication. So I have studied a portion of CSP and all. So, but it happens certain subject doesn't get into our head. So on a
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
curious note, I thought of
yeah,
asking you
yeah.
something you didn't like.
Yes,
So
yes.
apart from this, whatever the you had a kind of a great mentoring under Professor Sumona. How did it help you to do your current in the current field of academics?
Yeah. I mean, once I joined into PhD program at IIT Hyderabad, my admission date was like 2014 August 21st. So after, I mean, the one kind of interview was happened since I'm the internal candidate from IIT Hyderabad. One interview, I mean, one examination was happened. Then they asked me, I mean, the panel members of Professor Ketan Ditroja, Professor G.V. Sharma, Professor K. Sriramurthy, and Professor Vinit Balasubramanyam, sir, and my advisor. They were sitting and they asked some questions, and somehow I get into that PhD program. And he congratulated me. He asked, what you like to be? I mean, it was around 2013, 2014, right? So, third generation IITs were initiating in India, like IIT Tirupati, Dharwad, Palakkad, Goa was initiated. I was so much inspired by seeing Professor Sumohana, sir, and I told him that I want to be a faculty in IIT. Then he told that it is very nice goal, kind of. Then for that, I used to have one kind of habit that I used to check the profiles of IIT faculties at different IITs. So suppose if a new faculty has joined, just assume in IIT Hyderabad, I used to check how many publications he used to have, how many projects he used to have, what are the other qualities he is having to make him to get into some IIT. Because every IIT will get vast number of applications. If they're picking some person out of that good group, I mean, we can't say that the vast applications. There definitely everyone is having their PhD from top institutes across the world, not only in IITs or in India. If they're picking one person in a specific group, in a specific department, definitely the institute is having some kind of specific vision, what actually they are looking at to choose that kind of person in that. Then I used to check all the profiles kind of thing. Then I realized that I need to make more number of publications in top venues kind of thing. Then along with, it's a combination of conferences and journals. Then my advisor also, he also suggested me to make, it's not like just making the publications kind of. He used to advise me to that learn the things in proper with a curious. From my childhood onwards, I used to have more curious about learning some kind of new things kind of thing. Then first he introduced me to that 3D image quality assessment in full reference mode kind of thing. He has given a kind of toolbox called steerable pyramid toolbox. It is having around 100 different codes were there. So for the first 1 week, I could not able to get what I have to do from the toolbox kind of. Then one day I was sitting with my advisor. Then I asked him what actually I have to do. He told me that you have to run that toolbox. Somehow you have to find out that one. Then I said some kind of related articles of that one. Then I was doing. Then I understand that for after 15 days I could able to run the toolbox and with the images kind of thing. Then I started exploring the 3D imaging of luminance. I mean, it is having multiple features will be there for an image, 3D image, like luminance and depth. I have explored when I was exploring. Then when I'm watching, I mean, when I'm watching those images on the screen, kind of thing, the depth information, I could able to find out. I mean, I used to think a lot about these images and of luminance and depth features. I could able to get some kind of information to my brain that what actually is happening when we are seeing the scene content of different kinds of distortion. I used to make the notes kind of thing. Then when my advisor comes to his office, daily he used to come around 8:30. His office was, I mean, in 2014 his office was in World Campus at IIT Hyderabad, Kandi. I used to sit in his office only, just beside to him. It was around 30 centimeters gap between my advisor's chair and my chair. That's how I used to sit with him. Then I used to discuss with him that what actually is happening. Kind of, he used to appreciate me that you are doing, you are finding out key features. Kind of that has me actually giving some kind of good motivation. Some curiousness was developed. How the human is seeing the scene content, how it can helping me in deriving some kind of certain path in the given problem statement. That's how I built that interest in doing the PhD, and I did. I have proceeded in the same way, and still I am pursuing the same way in doing that.
So, Balu, since now we are coming to a little informal section now, so apart from all this wonderful academic learning you had and that might be brought you to industry also for a brief amount of time. So, apart from academics, where all you were involved in terms of like extracurricular activity at IIT Hyderabad?
So one is I like most in IIT Hyderabad other than academics is cricket. So one of our best captain is Porika Kapil. He was a undergrad student at IIT Hyderabad, and he was graduated in 2015. So we were playing usually with the heart and his ball of all MTech people of electrical engineering. So one day he saw me, then he advised me that why can't you come and play kind of thing. Then I have played for IIT Hyderabad for 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. So then we have won this IIT Hyderabad PhD League was it. Then I captained them for one of the team. We won that tournament, and also we won this inter-department tournament. Also we won. So apart from these activities, so the most joyful thing in my life was happened is we played two cricket matches, a kind of friendly cricket matches among faculties and students of electrical department. One was happened in ODF campus, that World Campus of IIT Hyderabad, and another was happened at the Kandi campus. It was happened, I guess, in 2017 December sometime, December ending sometime kind of thing. This actually built me, helps me in gaining that more, connections are bond with many faculties in electrical department. Since though I was a PhD scholar and under Professor Mohan Chenape, I was known to many faculties because of these activities. So I was so much enjoyed in IIT Hyderabad by playing cricket, and sometimes football I used to play kind of thing. And apart from that, we are having some kind of these hostel friends we used to have. We used to go for these walk or run kind of thing from the hostel to the main gate and coming back kind of thing. And we used to go to that outside hotels to have food kind of thing. We used to have, very frequently. I can say, suppose anyone's article is accepted kind of thing, it is that person's party to other people. That's how we enjoyed. So that's how it was like one of the joyful life and wonderful life I had at IIT Hyderabad from 2013 to 2018.
On my curiosity, you're a morning person or night person?
I usually go to lab, madam. It was like my schedule was something different, madam. When I was doing my PhD, in main campus, in temporary campus, which was in ODF campus, I used to go to lab by 8:30 or before 9, I used to be there. I used to spend most of the time in lab till 11 kind of thing night. Because I felt like some kind of bonding was happened with the lab to me. It is something like emotional bonding. That place, till that chair, when I go to that place, during that last visit also to IIT Hyderabad, once I entered into that, then I went to the chair, I was sitting. I used to see that system of mine. I felt like very happy, something there. It is mostly, I'm a kind of morning person only. I used to wake up by, around 6 or 5:30.
I was validating my understanding because when you said you go for a walk till men gate, so I've assumed you are a morning person. I am a night person on the contrary. Okay. So apart from all this beautiful moment, what is the one at the peak, your favorite or best moment at IIT Hyderabad?
Yeah, one is like winning moments of these IIT Hyderabad PhD league when I was captain, when I captained the team, and another one is department league. These are two. Two leagues we won as one of the player, and one is as a captain. Apart from that, I've faced one of that difficult time in IIT Hyderabad was for around 1.5 year, all my articles were rejected. Until 2016, I got some good decent number of journals and conferences kind of. From 2016 May to 2018 April, I didn't get even a single article. I was worried that whether I can able to complete my PhD or not. Suddenly in 2018 April 21st, I guess 21st or 22nd, some duration, third week of April, I got one of the major article got accepted. I was just jumping in my lab. So that day, immediately with my friends, we ran to the Daba, King's Daba, which is opposite IIT Hyderabad. We had good food, then we came back. Then that's what happened.
I think I heard you during Alumni Day panel discussion. Even I had my three article on basically the communication, the traditional communication rejected. But you are my motivation that I hope if my study has something relevance to the field, it may get accepted one day, as you are saying.
Definitely, yeah.
So you got this year the Alumni Award for the Academic and Technology Excellence. So
Yeah.
how you feel about it?
I felt very happy, madam. There is no words to describe about my happiness. I mean, other than my happiness, my advisor he felt so much happy that one of his student is doing great. I mean, not decent things, not a great things, I can say. Achieved. I mean, after PhD, I entered into the Triple IIT in Kanchipuram, which is a centrally funded institute. Then, because to achieve my dream, like getting into a faculty, becoming a faculty into IIT, it is one of the part of my dream. So after seeing all these things, I was so happy. Whenever I get something good, something like if I achieve some kind of great article, some project, if I get, the first person I communicate is with my advisor. I felt very happy after seeing that award. Also, I met director, Professor B.S. Murthy sir at his home. And we were discussing that what actually how the IIT Hyderabad is, how IIT Indore, where IIT Hyderabad is lagging developing the things. Then out of curiosity, I asked what actually he will look at to recruit a person as a faculty in IIT Hyderabad if he is an alumni of IIT Hyderabad. And many things we discussed. Then that's what.
I think you're close to completing that minimum criteria. I don't know this forum is right to discuss that there's some bar in IT system that you cannot conduct your undergraduate for 5 years. You're about to complete that, right? Because in 18 you have done that by next year.
Yeah. Yes.
I think so. We have one person came to my mind, and Madras is like in a DNA of IITH now, thanks to Professor Murthy being there.
Yeah.
Professor Kamakoti is also alumni of IIT Madras, and he now leading the Madras. So I think so that is a different feeling. Come back to your alma mater. You feel like you are contributing to the place who gave you the foundation to where you are.
Yes.
So what message you would like to give to the people, that's to the fellow student or your fellow mates at IIT?
Yeah, especially for these doctoral fellows, I can say, be curious. That is one thing is there. And the second one is don't lose hope, faith. These are most important. In PhD, it is not like an undergrad or postgraduate program of 4 years or 2 years. We can just graduate after completing the credentials kind of thing. PhD is some more. The more means you have to find out something, the passion and the intensity of yourself in finding out something. So in the entire path, you may lose something. You may lose. You may lose some kind of interest. Maybe you can check that some fellows of your friends are doing even great ahead in publications kind of. Don't fall into that kind of thing. The major important thing is you are having a very clear vision you should have, and you should go in that same path. One day the success will come to you. It is a matter of time. So if you are enjoying that life of what actually you are doing, you never mind about other things. Automatically those things will come. It's a matter of time.
So obviously you're one of the proud alumni. Every alumni of IIT job, say the IIT system, they do some or other way serve the society in a different way. And you obviously recently identified also as a proud alumni of IIT who is doing good in the field of academics, because I think bring a lot of joy to the faculty, to the institute when they see their own student get into the field of academics. But Professor Murthy has one parameter. They say that if you want to judge your PhD's quality, you see how many of them are recruited again in the IIT system. So,
Yes.
having such a amazing experience and background with you and the strong mentorship which you got, so how you would like to contribute back to your alma mater, ITH?
So one is being an academician. I love to guide the people, and I like to advise kind of thing in the field of multimedia quality assessment. If I get any chance from IIT Hyderabad to guide any student of IIT, I'm very happy to take that part, and I'll do that one. Apart from that, it is my responsibility in contributing to IIT Hyderabad. Because in my life the most important time was happened, and I experienced at IIT Hyderabad. In most academia and financially, I like to do that contribution. Definitely.
So it is really very amazing experience to speak to you. That how like we are validating that our doctoral programs are really up to the mark of the industry, Miss I mean, it's the academic
Yeah, yeah.
industry, and we would look forward to your collaboration with the institute in whatever the
Yeah, yeah.
possible manner, and be in touch. And we will
Yeah,
keep you
definitely.
learning of remain curious to maybe
Yeah,
take a greater heights in the future. So thanks a
yeah,
lot for
definitely.
connecting with us, and have a good day.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.